Chris Mannix is a busy man. Certainly today with the NBA trade deadline, the great senior basketball writer from Sports Illustrated, his most recent article, Anthony Davis's trade demand and the plight of the small market teams. Chris, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
What's happening, Dan?
Well, I'm curious, and that's why we're having you on, of the last 24 hours and the next, 6, 7, 8 hours. What has happened? What could happen?
Well, I mean, there are almost two sort of separate tracks. One is kind of the Anthony Davis one, and you look, I've been writing for the last couple of days, and nothing I was told last night has changed my take on it. The Pelicans don't want to do an Anthony Davis deal before the deadline. They really never have. There are legitimate reasons for it. The idea of getting Boston involved and their offer in the mix, even if it's just as leverage, seeing the draft play out and who gets that number one pick, and if that pick is somehow in play, just to a lot of people inside that organization, high-ranking people, it never made a lot of sense to do a deal. The personal side of it is that the Pelicans, some members of the organization, in the front office anyway, they don't like how this has all gone down. They knew that at the end of this season, they were probably going to have to find a deal for Anthony Davis. He was going to reject their long-term contract extension. They knew that was most likely. And when he did that, it would effectively force them to make a deal involving him. They don't like how this all became public and became a transparent attempt to get him to the Lakers. So not only do they not want to do a deal for the reasons I just kind of enumerated, they also don't want to do anything to help out Anthony Davis and the people in his camp.
Okay, there's two ways to look at this. You may not want to help out the Lakers. You may not like that they embarrassed you. You may not like that Anthony Davis is ready to walk out with a year and a half left on his contract. But the Pelicans have to make a deal that may decide if the Pelicans stay in New Orleans. I mean, I feel like these small market teams, as you talked about, I mean, this is really important for the future of this franchise here. Is this deal with the Lakers that they're offering everybody, is it a good deal for them, no matter what the other drama is involved?
No, it's not.
Why?
For starters, if you survey the landscape and you look at the best potential player that could be involved in a deal, it's obviously Jason Tatum. And if you survey the landscape and you look at the best potential draft pick package that you can get back in return, it's obviously what Boston has, because the Celtics will not only talk to them about their picks, certainly the Memphis pick that could be an extraordinarily valuable pick in the next 2 years is in the mix. The Sacramento Kings pick this coming year, which could probably middle of the first round, is going to be in the mix. The Lakers, they can only offer their draft picks back in return. And, Brandon Ingram is a good player. Lonzo Ball is a good player. Kyle Kuzma is a good player. I just don't think, and nobody I've talked to across the league thinks either, Dan, that any of those players rises to the level of Jason Tatum. So if that Boston deal headlined by Jason Tatum is a possibility, why wouldn't you wait a few months, deal with a few months of discomfort of maybe having Anthony Davis sit out to get that deal on the table?